Melissa's aftermath. What did Melissa do? Well, we're told from various places, individuals and agents, that Melissa was one of the worst, if not the worst, hurricane to hit Jamaica and the Caribbean. Melissa has done quite a lot. Much destruction in sections of Jamaica. When you listen to some of the news, you are very distressed. You feel a distressful spirit. When you look at some sections, you feel the pain, the anguish of those who suffered from Melissa. Yes, Melissa brought a lot of destruction. Destruction to properties, destruction to houses, destruction to individuals. Just talked to a person a little while ago. They are at the moment helping to fix her roof. And she told me of a relative that has passed away as a result of Melissa's passing. Melissa has done a lot, destroy a lot of things and people. Right now, I understand that in some sections of Jamaica, areas in Mandeville, water is just springing up from the ground, flooding houses, still destroying crops, still wreaking havoc and vengeance upon the populace. Melissa has done a lot. Many lives have been lost. There are some people who reckon that the tally they are giving for lost lives is not quite correct. There are many others on the rumble. Some you can't find them, but many lives have been lost. But something that is stirring to me. Melissa has brought out the qualities within many of us. Melissa helps us to understand that there are good people overseas and at home. They are doing their best. Some, like the widow in the Bible, they are throwing in their 2 mites. Some, they are throwing in from their plenty. But help is pouring in. People are going in physically. People are doing all they can do to help alleviate the suffering. Yes, the good of humanity is brought out, but it is also bringing out what is bad in humanity. If you go to some places, prices have gone up in a drastic way. People are saying, you're going to make a fortune whether you live or die. And I just listened to someone saying that there are people who are going to places with goods to help others, and they're being ambushed, and what they're taking is taken away from them. Now, yes, the need is great, but if your need is so great that is causing you not to think of other people's suffering, then Melissa has brought out the worst of your thinking, the worst of your ability, the worst of your existence. Yes, and I'm noting two uh, bit of two bits of comments that I must look at with you. There are those who assume that millionaires will be coming out of Melissa's activities. Millionaires, people will be making a fortune. But look, the worrying point about this is that not all will be doing legal things to make the millions. How sad. People point back to past storms where things donated, given to help those who are suffering, were taken by those who were able to take it, and they were selling the things at exorbitant rate, making a fortune. And so they make themselves millionaires. Even Jamaican millionaires is quite something. Yes, and people were capitalizing, taking advantage of people's situation and becoming millionaires. How sad, how tragic, how desperate. People are suffering. And I am by no means saying that you are not to look for the opportunities, and in helping to alleviate the suffering, you're gaining a fortune, even becoming a millionaire. It's not altogether wrong and beast-like and desperate, and if your motives are helping others and you gain something along the way, then there's not a big problem there. But those, like I mentioned before, who will ambush the helpers, who will take what is donated, store it away, sell it at exorbitant price, those who will see the suffering and they say, if you want to climb out of your suffering, you got to pay me so much, so much. Very sad. Very sad. Very, very sad. Humanity, or the human sphere, is divided into camps of good people and evil people. The evil people will ride on the back of Melissa. And although she's gone, yes, they will capitalize on the legacy left behind. And they will make a fortune. Sad. Very sad. My appeal to such people is not just to buckle down, see yourself as helpers. No, it is to settle down. Look at yourself. Look at the qualities in you. Look at your own attitude. Because, as we know and know very well, this world is not our own, and there will be other disasters. The next disaster might wipe you out. And more than that, there is a great day coming, and you'll have to face the master of the universe. Those who are given over to scamming. Yes, I've had one person already. I expressed certain views, and I had a chipping in. And did you get your money. I know it's one of the scammers. By the grace of God, they can't scam me. But there are others suffering that they will be able to take the little food out of their mouth, the little clothing out their back, the little shelter they should gain. And such people will go home and with their family enjoy such. Look, if you're in a family and you know that people are doing such thing, don't even eat the food that they bring in. Don't rejoice about the money they bring in. Shun them. Ask them to go, leave their company. The master of the universe will provide for you when you take the right path. Yes, Melissa has left great legacies. Legacy of good, legacies of evil. But let's look at something again. Those of us who are thinking ahead, those of us who are conversant with the Bible, theology, and history, we will recall that just about all the real creative activities were born out of chaos and void. Even the creation of this world. For the Bible is telling me that there was chaos and disorder. And out of that chaos and disorder, the Almighty brought forth great and wonderful, superb world. When you get down to Noah, the Noahic age, you discover that there was a great flood, the wasting away of everything, and Noah was able to rebuild. When you get down to Israel's history, you discover that there was the chaotic Egyptian scene where the Israelites were enslaved, ruined, their thinking were dampened. Yes, but out of it, Moses managed to take a people into the promised land. And as far as we can realize, when there will be that great restoration, there will be chaotic, destructive, traumatic, bitter, wicked scenes before. Master said there will be war and rumors of war. There will be destruction. There will be pestilence. There will be all sort of chaotic events. And then will come forth a new world. Let Melissa's destruction help the thinking people to become creative, to create orders that will help your family, that will help your community, that will help your island. Out of the chaos and the disorder, we can have a new order. For the home situation is changed now. The destruction is there. I can speak for Jamaica. I haven't been to the other places. But even in the sections where the destruction was not that bad, people still have a lot of cleaning up to do. People still have a lot of rebuilding. Where the destruction was great, roofs must be replaced. Houses must be rebuilt. Various things must be done. Farms must be re-established. People must be restored. Give a helping hand where you can and help to rebuild, help to create, help to re-establish. Don't just think of yourself and your immediate family. Think of a wider sphere. For if that one is down, that one is down, and that one is up, we're only creating more destruction. Melissa was here. Melissa's passed by. Melissa will help many of us to rethink our present existence and to determine how we move forward. Don't just move forward with that pessimistic, false interpretation of theological matters that all will be doom and gloom. Yes, there are prophetic messages suggesting that things will get chaotic. But those things can be better in this life. And more than that, we're looking for that great day when there will be that new order. Don't allow the new order and the restoration to hinder present development. As many would say, where there is life, there is hope. And many of us, we are rejoicing that we were spared the brunt, we were spared the awful impact of a destructive hurricane. And as we think, as we meditate, we want to help others. Yes, I've started my little mission to help some others. And I've reached out to some of my friends and they're already chiming in. Yes, one lady, we sent some things for her. And she managed to move from her place where there's no light, no internet, no Wi-Fi, get to another place, and she managed to call us. You could feel the joys, the strength, the happiness coming through. Help to build yourself, your family, your community, your nation, and be blessed. Be wise and prosper today. Be wise and help your neighbor to prosper. Be wise and help your nation to prosper. The prosperity of the many will be real prosperity. And when I speak of prosperity, I'm not just talking about going out there accumulating a lot of money. If you can accumulate money legally and rightfully and in a righteous manner, nothing wrong with that. But that's not all there is. The fulfillment, the satisfaction, the joy of seeing your fellow creature developing, growing, reconnecting, rebuilding, re-establishing. There is some stimulation in that. There is some strength in that. There is some power in that. Melissa was destructive, but I'm going to say it. Melissa was not total destruction. Melissa has left opportunities. Melissa has left challenges that if faced the right way, many of us can be better physically, better socially, better intellectually, better materially, and better spiritually. Be wise and prosper today. If you gain some benefit, I'd like you to subscribe and be blessed. Have a pleasant day.